Hey guys, welcome to Talkin Tech. I'm your host Calebius. This is the show where I like to go over a little bit of the gaming and tech industry news that matter to me for the week. We're going to go ahead and kick off with a little bit of news from THQ. THQ recently declared and filed bankruptcy as part of their sale to Clear Lake Capital. Kind of a interim move in the search for a new actual company developer owner. The interesting thing with THQ is that they've got a lot of big titles still in development, and one of the things they've made sure to state is that it is business as usual at the company, and as far as their publishing and development duties go. This is fairly important stuff for those of us who do follow their line of games and have a little bit of a loyalty backing there. What they did actually file was Chapter 11 bankruptcy, which is basically a good sanction from the federal government to allow you to keep your company intact and basically just reorganize and get things figured out, which is kind of what they're going to do. They've stated that there won't be any layoffs in the company at this point, which is another good thing, obviously, being that they've got a lot of titles they are working on pushing out. Probably the biggest amongst them, or the two biggest at this point, are Company of Heroes 2, and the one I'm personally looking very forward to is Saints Row 4, which is set for release sometime this next November. It looks like the 15th for the US and the 18th for the UK. So that's a little bit interesting news from those guys. I'm going to keep careful tabs on this, as again I am a big Saints Row fan. So we'll see where that news ends up going. DayZ was released to and subsequently pulled from Steam this last week. Steam being the online download company that obviously many people use as far as procuring their indie games as well as major title games. Steam's working out some deals to run kind of like an Xbox Live setup from your home TV, working things out that way. So they're a little bit of a big deal. But DayZ got pulled from Steam due to some miscommunication issues from the DayZ developers. What they did is they've been so busy in-house right now, or this is at least their story, the developer story actually, is that they're so busy in-house getting ready to work out their holiday sales and their holiday development, their content releases, things of that nature, that their development team and their marketing team didn't communicate very well with each other regarding the Steam release, and then they didn't communicate very well with Steam, or with Valve I should say, regarding the setup of the game on Steam. And so what ended up happening for anybody on Steam that purchased the game is all of the features that were listed as now availables were really coming soons. And so they purchased the game thinking they were going to get upgraded maps, upgraded weaponry, a little more expansion stuff that's coming down further down the line. And yeah, they weren't too thrilled about that, as you can imagine. So in parting with their usual real rigid no refund policy, Valve is allowing you to get Steam credit or a full cash refund back on your card or whatnot for the game. Or if you want, you can continue playing it as is right now. You will be able to get all of the content patches and things of that nature that come out. You can continue playing through Steam if you want. You can go directly to the DayZ developers, get the game from them, and continue to play that way as well. There isn't a release date yet as to when this will be back on Steam, but hopefully soon. And finally, there is an actual concrete Star Wars The Old Republic SWTOR expansion on the horizon. They did have their Jesus patch come out a little while ago. That really didn't hold a whole heck of a lot for anybody that was looking to play the game or that had been playing and ran out of content. Thank you, EA and BioWare, for making decent platform games that need an ending versus knowing how to make an MMO that really shouldn't have one. The expansion is set to be released in the spring of 2013. It is set at a price of $9.99 for current subs and $19.99 for all of the rest of us. What it's going to introduce that they're really excited about, obviously they're really excited about. Hopefully any of you Star Wars nuts like myself and those who will probably actually go back to SWTOR to see what else they bring out. The things they're looking to bring at us are the Hutts are coming in, a new planet, basically like a new continent if you play Warcraft, and they're raising the level cap to 55. Only a 5 level cap jump, kind of small for an expansion that has taken forever to get out, but depending on how they scale things, it could be alright. There is something a little interesting here as far as you PvP nerds out there go, such as myself. Again, there is a possible bit of good world PvP coming with this expansion, being that they're setting up this new planet to hold and host a item or a faction or something they haven't really said yet. Something that will be of extreme interest to both the Republic and the Sith forces. So I'm hoping they work something out in there that will help to increase the content in that area, and I'm gonna go back to them and give them a shot. So hopefully this works out great, and all of you will too. And in the last little bit of news for tonight, Sprint has announced that they are acquiring the remaining shares, all of the remaining shares of Clearwire, a wireless and mobile carrier that controls a large amount of the 2.5 gigahertz spectrum, something that Sprint is lacking in a little bit. Sprint already owns, I believe, roughly the majority shares of the company, and now they're actually purchasing all of the rest to move to 100% control. The purchase was made at $2.97. That's $2.97 a share. I think this puts Clearwire's net value at around $2.2 billion. So that's not a bad acquisition for Sprint, who again doesn't control a large portion of that spectrum right now. They are obviously really excited because they're going to be able to increase their market share that way and be able to leverage that extra range of the wireless spectrum to hopefully provide better services, increase their network capacity, lower prices. I don't know. I don't know whatever they're going to do with it. But the big deal for them is that they now feel they can control their network destiny. So hopefully that is a nice shift. It would be good for the other wireless marketplace players to gain a little higher a stake. Verizon's kind of running the show right now, and unfortunately that doesn't create a lot of great free market opportunities. You all take care. Have a great rest of your day. Calibius out.